Warning, the following program contains mature subject matter and material that is not suitable for a younger audience. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey guys, how's it going? Francesco Bologna here. Welcome back to another episode of Mugen Fight Night Fighters. Today, we've got the usual 6-round matches, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to start off with the singles division. But before we get started, just a quick apology, ladies and gentlemen. I do apologize for the lack of uploads. Toby Robin Adventures is on hiatus, but we do have we've got 4 episodes waiting to be released. We have 1 that is already out, and we have 1 that is in development. But with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's move right along to the singles division. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Invader Zim taking on Dib Membrane. Let's send them to the Tower of Shogun, and let's light some fireworks.
It's over, Zim! There's nowhere left for you to hide!
For what? You're gonna stop me with your oven mitt?
It's not an oven mitt, you lizard! It's a genuine freezing talisman. There's no way you'll escape its power.
Your loony parachuting powers don't scare me, Dib. All it does is make you look stupid.
It's paranormal! And you're wrong! It makes me look cool! Now take this!
Round 1. Fight.
And round 1 begins, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Invader Zim going after Dib, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my lord, looks like, what the hell is going on here? Looks like Dib trying to power up. Oh my lord, arm cannon, ladies and gentlemen. And now look at this, he just turned invisible. Oh my lord, looks like Dib going for chewing bubblegum or whatever the hell it is. But ladies and gentlemen, Dib just turned invisible once again. Oh my lord, special by Dib. Oh my lord, he just electrocuted Zim. Once again, he's turning invisible, ladies and gentlemen. And now, roll out, ladies and gentlemen. Punch kick combo, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, Invader Zim, he's trying to fight back. And now, oh my lord, here comes the assist, but nobody home. Invader Zim, his health has just been turned half. Ladies and gentlemen, Dib and Zim, they're going tooth and nail. Arm cannon, ladies and gentlemen, once again. And now, oh my lord, he tried to go for the electricity, but nobody home. 43 seconds remaining. Dib once again turns invisible. Oh my lord, Zim tried to go for the punch, ladies and gentlemen, with the gloves, ladies and gentlemen. But ladies and gentlemen, now they're going punch, and now arm cannon once again. Oh my lord, Zim counters, and now ladies and gentlemen, electrocution. Invader Zim is almost down. Electrocution, and ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, he's trying to fight back. He just turned invisible, and ladies and gentlemen, it's over.
Victory first!
Round 2. Fight.
And now here we go, round 2, ladies and gentlemen. Invader Zim trying to fight with this, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, Dib with electricity. And now, ladies and gentlemen, roll out. In comes the assist by Dib, ladies and gentlemen. Now, here comes the electricity again, twice. And oh my lord, looks like now he's needing his Sanders. But ladies and gentlemen, Invader Zim, he's cornered. Arm cannon, ladies and gentlemen. Invader Zim is taking some slight damage there. Oh my lord. Oh, he went right into a punch and kick combo. But ladies and gentlemen, Dib playing defense. And now, oh my lord, electricity again. Invader Zim taking some massive damage. And now once again, he just turned invisible. Ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, he turned invisible again. 56 seconds remaining. Oh my lord, what the hell is going on? Invader Zim, they're out of control. He's out of control. And now, oh my lord, he finally attacks Dib, but no damage, ladies and gentlemen. And now finally taking damage, but electricity by Dib. And now, ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, Dib trying to fight back. And now, oh my lord, punch kick combos. And now, oh, Zim, he's cornered. Zim is cornered. But ladies and gentlemen, Dib once again makes an escape by turning invisible. And now, ladies and gentlemen, 22 seconds remaining. Dib, oh my lord, he's cornered. Zim taking some massive damage. His health has just been cut in half. Arm cannon, ladies and gentlemen. 13 seconds remaining. Oh my lord, electricity. And now 10 seconds remaining. Oh my lord, Zim trying to fight back. But ladies and gentlemen, Dib just turned invisible once again. And ladies and gentlemen, it's time over.
Really? The power! It isn't going away! Things really are gonna be different for me! At last! Yeah!
If we take a look at the replay, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Zim and Dib, they fought tooth and nail, but ladies and gentlemen, Dib managed to hold his own, while Zim took some major damage throughout the entire round, thus forcing Dib to pick up the victory after being turned invisible. And then in round 2, it was a big, grueling match, and ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, despite Dib and Zib giving their all, unfortunately, it was a timeout victory, and with that, Dib picks up the victory 2-0. Ladies and gentlemen, what a battle we just witnessed. Honestly though, I honestly thought that Invader Zim was actually going to hold his own and take the round 2-1, but alas, with that being said, Dib picks up the victory with a knockout victory and a time over victory. With that, coming up next, we're going to move on to the next singles match right here. We got Amingo taking on Anakaris for the first time ever right here tonight on Mugen Fight Night Fighters. With that being said, let's send them straight into the Tower of Shogun and let's see what happens.
Round 1. Fight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 is in the way. And now Amingo going after Anakaris. They're both attacking each other. But oh my lord, he tried to go for a special. But Anakaris with the grab. And now he's going, oh my lord, he tries to go for his own attacks. Oh my lord, a grab of his own. And this time it actually connects. And now, oh my lord, Anakaris and Amingo. Oh my lord, they're really exchanging blows to each other. Oh my lord, the python snakes. Amingo's health has just been cut in half. Kicks by Anakaris. And now, oh my lord, Anakaris with the special, the foot, ladies and gentlemen. And now, ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, Amingo is down.
Round 2. Fight.
And now here we go, round 2, the grab already by Anakaris, and now ladies and gentlemen, another grab, and now Amingo already taking some massive damage right here. Immediately, his health has already been cut in half, and now, oh my lord, Anakaris, oh my lord, he just turned Amingo, ladies and gentlemen, and now, oh, what kicks, more kicks, ladies and gentlemen. Amingo tries to fight back, grab attack, but ladies and gentlemen, sweep kick, it's over. And according to the replay, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, Anakaris bolted Amingo with his own special. He went straight for the sweep kick, ladies and gentlemen, and took the battle. Round 1. And then in round 2, he went for the throw attacks, another sweep kick, and with that, Anakaris took the victory 2-0. Geez, so much for a 2-1 victory. Ladies and gentlemen, I honestly thought Amingo was going to hold his own against Anakaris, but ladies and gentlemen, Amingo didn't even stand a chance. And with that, Anakaris has picked up the victory 2-0. And ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to move on to the duels division. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Dudley, Puppy, and Kitty Katswell taking on Yami, Yugi, and Seto, Kaiba. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time these two teams have ever faced off, and what better way to do it than right here tonight on Mugen Fight Night Fighters. With that being said, let's send them straight into the Tower of Shogun, and let's see what happens. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, round 1 is underway, and oh my lord, looks like Yami and Kaiba, ladies and gentlemen, they're really going after Dudley, Puppy, and Katie Katswell, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, in comes Obelisk the Tormentor, and ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, Katie Katswell is down, Dudley Puppy is almost down, and ladies and gentlemen, Blue Eyes White Dragon.
Close. Round 2. Fight.
And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, round 2. And oh my lord, looks like Yugi and Kaiba, they went for their own summoning attacks. But ladies and gentlemen, Yami and Yugi, and oh my lord, Kakano, they all took some massive damage right there, ladies and gentlemen. And now, Dudley Puppy and Kitty Katswell taking equal amounts of damage, even more damage here. Dudley Puppy, he's down. Dudley Puppy is down. In comes Kitty Katswell. She's cornered, ladies and gentlemen. Blue Eyes, and it's over. I'm an overkill.
Not even close.
Check the replay now, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Kaiba summoned Obelisk the Tormentor to seal the deal between Kitty Katswell and Dudley Puppy in round 1, and with that, in round 2, it was the complete opposite of what happened. Dudley Puppy went down first, Kitty Katswell went cornered, and ladies and gentlemen, all it took was 2 summons, and ladies and gentlemen, an overkill, absolute disrespect. So much for a respectful victory, ladies and gentlemen, as both Kaiba and Yugi have exited the locker room, and what disrespect we just saw to Kitty Katswell and Dudley Puppy, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, we are now going to move on to the next match of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Duck Dodgers and Marvin the Martian taking on Team Street Fighters Ryu and Ken. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the first time that these two teams have ever faced off, and what better way to do it than in the Tower of Shogun. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, let's send these two into the arena and let's light some fireworks. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 is in the way. Oh my lord, Marvin the Martian already taking damage. His health has already been cut in half. And now, oh my lord, Ken and Rio, they're going after Duck Dodgers. And now Duck Dodgers' health has been cut in half. Now everybody, oh my lord, Rio and Ken, oh my lord, they took some massive damage. Their health is being depleted. And now they're going for specials of their own. Ladies and gentlemen, Duck Dodgers is down. Only Marvin the Martian is left. And now here comes Gussamer with the assist. Oh my lord. Ken and Ryu taking some massive damage. Now, oh my lord, here come the Martians. Here come the Martians. They're going after Ken. They are going after Ken. And now, ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, Marvin trying to fight back even though he's cornered here. And now here comes Gussamer once again with the assist. Ken taking some massive damage there. His health is almost depleted. But ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, Marvin holding his own even though he's cornered. But ladies and gentlemen, it's over.
Round 2, fight.
Here we go, round 2, and now Duck Dodgers going after Ryu. But ladies and gentlemen, Duck Dodgers and Marvin the Martian. Oh my lord, Marvin the Martian with his handgun. And now, oh my lord, he tried to go for a laser, but ladies and gentlemen, Ken with a special. Duck Dodgers' health has just been cut in half. And now Ryu, Ken, they're taking minor damage. They're going for specials, ladies and gentlemen. Sure, Ryu can, but ladies and gentlemen, Marvin the Martian is still standing. Oh my lord, Duck Dodgers and Marvin the Martian, they're both down. And as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, Marvin the Martian tried to go for Gussamer in round 1 with the assist, ladies and gentlemen. And ladies and gentlemen, Marvin the Martian held his own even though he was surrounded. But at the end of the day, Ryu and Ken took some major damage, but they picked up the victory. And then in round 2, Daffy Duck Dodgers, Marvin the Martian taken down simultaneously. Well, ladies and gentlemen, looks like Marvin the Martian and Daffy Duck Dodgers, they all got mopped the floor with thanks to their opponents. And ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles. With that being said, we are now going to move on to the next match of the Duels Division. We've got Tiger Mask and Alexey Zalazof taking on Lightning and Gillius. Is this the first time these two teams have ever faced off against each other? I honestly have no idea, but ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be epic or a disaster. Who knows what's going to happen? We're going to find out. Let's send them straight into the Tower of Shogun and let's see what happens. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, round 1 is in the way, and already, Lightning and Gillius taking massive damage thanks to Tiger Mask and Zalazof. But ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, looks like they're taking some major damage here. Gillius and Lightning, their health has just been depleted, ladies and gentlemen, by half. Tiger Mask, his health has been cut in half as well. And now, ladies and gentlemen, looks like Lightning and Gillius, they're trying to fight back. But ladies and gentlemen, Lightning took some massive damage. Gillius is down, and Lightning has followed suit.
You win. Round 2, fight.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, round 2 is underway, and already, Lightning and Gillius, they're taking some massive damage here. Gillius' health and Lightning's health has just been cut in half, and now, ladies and gentlemen, Tiger taking major damage here. Oh my lord, was that a body slam? Regardless, ladies and gentlemen, Tiger and Gillius, oh my lord, Gillius is down. Lightning has followed suit once again. It's over. And as you can see from the instant replay, ladies and gentlemen, Lightning and Gillius, they took some major damage in round 1. Even though Tiger Mask had his health depleted, unfortunately it wasn't enough. Gillius went down first, Lightning followed suit, and with that, they sealed the deal 1-0. And then in round 2, even though Tiger Mask and Zalazof, they both had half health, unfortunately it still wasn't enough, as Lightning and Gillius defeated 2-0. Talk about a disappointment, ladies and gentlemen, but we're going to have to put that behind us. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are now going to move on to our main event. We've got Frisk, Papyrus, and Toriel of Team Undertale taking on Teams WWE, Batista, Rey Mysterio, and CM Punk. What's going to happen tonight, ladies and gentlemen? Are we going to have a 2-1 victory finally, or is this going to end in disappointment? This is our main event, a 6-player brawl. With that being said, let's send them straight into the Tower of Shogun, and let's end this with a bang.
You want to leave so badly? There is only one solution to this. Prove yourself.
Round 1. Fight.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Round 1 is in the way. Already, Team Undertale going after Team WWE. CM Punk going after Toriel. But ladies and gentlemen, Chavo Guerrero going after, oh my lord, Papyrus. And now, ladies and gentlemen, what an attack, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody's getting pummeled in Team Undertale. And now, oh my lord, John Cena with the AA. Oh my lord, to Papyrus. And now, oh, what an attack. Batista's on fire. So was Rey Mysterio, ladies and gentlemen. And oh my lord, they're taking some massive damage here. Chavo Guerrero towards Frisk, ladies and gentlemen. Frisk taking some massive damage there. And oh my lord, Frisk is almost down. Frisk is almost down. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Batista and Toriel, they're duking it out. But ladies and gentlemen, oh, Papyrus is down. Frisk is down. And ladies and gentlemen, only Toriel is left. Toriel is cornered, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my lord, Batista taking some massive damage there. And oh my lord, Rey Mysterio, Batista's almost down. Batista is almost down. And ladies and gentlemen, Toriel fighting back. Oh my lord, Batista down. And Rey Mysterio has followed suit.
Round 2. Fight.
And here we go, round 2. And now, ladies and gentlemen, oh my lord, looks like Papyrus went straight for Chavo Guerrero, ladies and gentlemen. And now, look at this. Everybody's going after each other. Oh my lord, looks like, oh, Rey Mysterio took some massive damage there. Toriel, oh my lord, go to sleep by CM Punk. Frisk and Team Undertale, their health is being depleted, ladies and gentlemen. Could this be the victory that Team WWE needs? Oh my lord, looks like Toriel is trying to fight back, ladies and gentlemen. And now, oh my lord, Frisk is down. Papyrus is on, my lord, Papyrus is left. Papyrus is down. Papyrus is down.
Round 3. Fight.
And here we go, the final round. This could be our first 2-1 victory here tonight. And oh my lord, Toriel, and oh my lord, Batista took some major damage there. Rey Mysterio took some major damage even more. Now, oh my lord, Toriel trying to go for a special here. And now Papyrus, oh my lord, Rey Mysterio, his health cut in half. And now Papyrus, oh my lord, look, he's trying to go for punches, ladies and gentlemen. Papyrus taking some damage. And oh my lord, looks like Chavo Guerrero. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Team WWE, they are dominating Team Undertale. And now, oh my lord, Frisk taking some major damage by Batista. And now, Rey Mysterio, his health is being depleted. And ladies and gentlemen, Frisk is down. Frisk is down. Papyrus is almost there. And oh my lord, Papyrus is down. Only Toriel is left. Toriel is cornered, and now look at this. Oh my lord, what a takedown by CM Punk and Batista, and oh my lord, Batista, Rey Mysterio, and CM Punk, they're all going after Toriel. Toriel just spamming, ladies and gentlemen, but look at this, Batista, oh my lord, it's over.
Well, that's not what I expected.
And as you can see from the replay, ladies and gentlemen, Team Undertale got dominated by Team WWE, and ladies and gentlemen, only Toriel was left standing. But regardless what happened, ladies and gentlemen, it was Team Undertale that picked up the win. And then, following in round 2, it was Team WWE that tipped the scale, and with that, they were able to hold their own against Team Undertale, and ladies and gentlemen, they managed to seal the deal 1-1, and in an unprecedented turn of events, the battle went to round 3, where in the end, it was Team Undertale who sealed the victory against Team WWE 2-1. And with that, congratulations, Team Undertale. What a night that was, ladies and gentlemen. And with that, it looks like we can call it a night here. Thank you guys very much for watching tonight's episode of Mugen Fight Night Fighters. Once again, I do apologize for the lack of uploads. Axel Rangers S is still being developed in the writing stage, and as for Toby Robin Adventures, all 4 episodes are still on post-production, waiting for voice actors, and ladies and gentlemen, we hope to release more content within the near future. But with that, we want to thank you all so much for watching tonight's episode of Mugen Fight Night Fighters. Like, subscribe, tap the bell, turn on the notifications, and ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, have a good night, everybody!